Our next factor for mechanical weathering, that is frost. Now first understand what is frost. Frost is a thin layer of ice on a solid particle. So we can say we see frost of course in cold regions where the temperature falls or drops below 0 degree Celsius. There it is very common to see frost. Now when water you know form fills the cracks in the rocks and in the crevices, so what happens when the temperature falls, the water in these cracks or crevices freezes. So when it freezes, its volume increases. So when its volume increases means it requires more space. So what happens, of course, for it to make that space, it tries and creates a tension and the rock starts breaking and thus it shatters. So this is the how frost plays a role in weathering. Now we come to the next factor, that is the crystal growth. Next reason, that is the crystal growth. Now this is very common in along the coastal regions. In rocky coast where there are rocks on the coast, waves hit the sea cliff. Waves come and hit the sea cliff. Sea cliff is what? It is a mountain with a steep slope. That is a cliff. मतलब एक पहाड़ जो चढ़ाई के लिए it is not easy. It is very steep. So that is a cliff. Now the water is alkaline, right? It is salty, it has some salts and minerals. So some water droplets hit the cracks in the rock. So when of course water is hitting the cliff or the rocks, it hits the cracks also. Now in this alkaline water, soluble materials in the rock get dissolved. तो रॉक में जो सोल्यूबल मटेरियल्स रहते हैं वो इस पानी के साथ मिक्स हो जाते हैं. This leads to the formation of small holes, right? See, you can see the rock over here. Now when water hits on these rocks, तो इसमें रॉक में जो पार्टिकल्स हैं जो डिज़ोल्व हो सकते हैं वाटर में, वो डिज़ोल्व हो जाते हैं. तो क्या हो जाते हैं उसमें? सी यू कैन सी स्मॉल होल्स आर फॉर्म. So the material which gets dissolved, they flow away with the water and thus there are holes. So this is the effect of solution. Okay, solution यानी कि यहाँ पे जो particles है वो mix हो गया. So we call it as a solution effect. Then alkaline water gets stored in these holes. Because of heat, this turns into a water vapor and only crystals of alkaline material remain in the rock. अभी यहाँ पे क्या होता है, ये जो होल्स है उसमें एल्कलाइन वाटर स्टोर हो जाता है. और एल्कलाइन वाटर में अभी क्या होता है, जब हीट गिरता है सन का, सो द वाटर इन दैट इवेपोरेट्स एंड ओनली क्रिस्टल्स ऑफ एल्कलाइन रिमेन इन द रॉक. Thus crystals occupy more space. So when crystals are occupying more space, what happens? They will tend to create tension and break the rock. Thus there is breaking of rocks because of the tensions created by these crystals. Now this looks like a honeycomb. The next factor is the release of pressure. Now it is not the tension that is created in the rock only by temperature, freezing water or crystallization. It is the outer layers that exert pressure on the inner or lower layers. Yani suppose there is a rock, okay, so not only temperature, frost and crystal growth play an important role in this, but sometimes what happens, the outer layer of a rock, it pressurizes the inner thin layers, inner or lower layers of the rock that is within. So when this pressure is intense, what happens, the inner layers get free from the pressure by breaking up. So this also leads to weathering. Then we come to the next factor, that is water. Now how water plays a part in weathering. See, now in some areas there is more rainfall. Now in such areas, soaking of rock water also causes weathering. What happens here, when there is excess water, the rocks soak the water. Now rocks like sandstone, conglomerate, these rocks are formed because of pressure on the agglomeration of sand particles. मतलब ये जो rocks है, what we are talking about, sandstone and conglomerate, these are formed because of the accumulation and pressure of sand particles. यानी कि जब वो जमा होते हैं and उस पर प्रेशर पड़ता है तब sandstone बनता है. Okay, so now when water seeps into these sandstones and conglomerate, what happens? They become loose and they start breaking up. Now mud also makes sand particles come together. So when water penetrates these rocks, the particles get loose and separate from the main rock. So this is called granular weathering. So now why it is called granular weathering? See now, because when they weather, they come out as these big grains of sand. So that is why it is known as granular weathering. Now here I can give an example of soil. जब हम गार्डन में मिट्टी वी डिग आउट सॉइल मिट्टी, तो कभी कभी हमें बड़े बड़े लम्प्स मिलते हैं. तो वो लम्प्स एक्चुअली क्या होते हैं, वो सॉइली होता है, लेकिन बिकॉज ऑफ इंटेंस प्रेशर उसको दबा दबा के हम उसको बिठाते हैं, तो दबाव की वजह से वो एक रॉक का फॉर्म ले लेता है. सेम सैंडस्टोन ऑल्सो इज फॉर्म लाइक दिस ओनली. So when water seeps into that, it breaks up. Okay. Now sometimes both temperature and water are responsible for weathering. Now difference in temperature cause contraction and expansion, widening the joints or cracks in the rocks. Of course अभी किसी भी चीज़ पे हीट पड़ता है तो क्या होता है, वो expand होता है. Same thing for rocks. Now when they expand and the water accumulates in such wide joints and big blocks, they separate from each other. This is called block integration. See here in this picture it is shown, it is block integration. क्या होता है, पहले इस पे इन रॉक्स पर हीट गिरती है तो they expand. So when they expand and suppose there is rainfall, what happens? Water seeps into these cracks wherever they are expanding, and then they become loose and they start breaking up. So and they break up into big blocks, so it is known as block disintegration. We saw how water is a factor that causes weathering. Now water also plays an important role in chemical weathering. Okay, it is also a type of weathering. Rock is a mixture of minerals, then water is an universal solvent. So many things get dissolved easily. The solubility increases because the matter has dissolved in water. Now those materials which do not dissolve easily get dissolved in such solutions. So in areas that receive heavy rainfall, chemical weathering occurs in the following way. तो जहाँ पे ज़्यादा बारिश गिरती है वहाँ पे chemical weathering occur होता है by carbonation and by oxidation. These two processes, there is chemical weathering in areas which receive heavy rainfall. Now in carbonation what happens, you must have seen rainwater coming down through the atmosphere. So before reaching the ground, what happens, the carbon dioxide in the air gets mixed with that rain in this process. Then what is found, dilute carbonic acid is formed. Underline this part. Then materials like limestone which are there on the earth. Okay, now these limestone get easily dissolved in such dilute carbonic acid. So when of course they get dissolved, there will be holes which will be formed. Now we see what is solution. Now some minerals in the rock get dissolved in water. Now limestone is formed due to chemical precipitation, because the chemicals in it get dissolved and become solution with water and alkalis. Now there is an example given of Vadgaon Darya in Ahmednagar. Their limestone gets precipitated chemically and undergoes chemical weathering again. Once it is dissolved in water, again it undergoes a chemical weathering. Similarly, because of solution alkalis in the rock dissolve, then it becomes brittle. You can see here, this is the stalactites which are formed on the surface.